Good morning, Kipling. It's our favorite day of the week, Friday. Well, we know Narenje loves Monday the best, but for the rest of us, it's Friday. And this weekend is special as it's marking the 100th anniversary of the Battle of Vimy Ridge. What's Vimy Ridge? Well, I'm glad you asked. We have something for you after this important announcement. And speaking of the military actions, President Trump has launched an attack on the Syrian government responding to its chemical attacks on its civilians last week. Now, let's go to Kipling News. Here's Tupac.
Bookmark contest. Hey Kipling, come to the library to get the paper to make your bookmarks. You could win $100. It's free to enter and you can submit as many bookmarks as you want. Contest closes at the end of April. Poetry contest. Last day to submit poems is next Thursday, April 13th. Submit your poems to the library. There are prizes. Daniel?
E-learning. TDSB Summer e-learning registration has opened today. All information is outside the student services, including how to sign up. Please take a picture for future reference. If you are unsure or have any questions, please make an appointment with your guidance counselor. Also, e-learning is not for all students. You must be self-motivated and be able to learn quite independently. Humber College. Attention all grade 11 and 12 students who are interested in Humber College. Please note that Humber and other colleges have degree program option 2. Please attend their open house on Saturday, April 8 from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. See more information outside the student services. Please check the bulletin boards outside the student services for up-to-date information, reading jobs, volunteer opportunities, scholarship, etc. Now going into Abraham.
Reminder to all grade 12 students, bring in your hours ASAP. You only have till June 1st. Also, summer school courses can count towards program requirements, but not graduation. Also, please bring in all your private and Catholic school report cards in ASAP. We have no way of knowing you have taken the course if you don't bring your report card in. Multi-meeting room 107. There will be a very important meeting for all the students who signed up for multi-night. We will meet at lunch today in room 107. You will be assigned your role and introduced to your student leaders. The list of volunteers will be posted outside the room. Now, for a brief history of the Great Canadian capture of Vimy Ridge. From the Germans, which occurred 100 years ago in France during World War I. Now let's check out a video on that.
The winter of 1917 was the coldest France had seen in 40 years. In April, there was still snow on Vimy Ridge. The Germans controlled the ridge, and thousands of French and British lives had been lost trying to capture it. Now, it was the Canadians' turn. At 5 a.m. on Easter Monday, April 9th, 30,000 troops huddled below the ridge, many of them in subterranean caverns that had been dug, waiting for the signal. Zero hour was 5:30. The attack had been meticulously planned. Behind the lines, a replica of Vimy Ridge had been created, and the Canadians trained there until they knew the terrain as well as the Germans. They had detailed maps supplied by reconnaissance flights. If old Kaiser Bill only saw the preparations that had been made, wrote 21-year-old Lieutenant Claude Williams, he would throw up the sponge, I'm sure. Each of the 4 divisions had an objective indicated by a colored line. The black line was the enemy's forward defenses. The red line was the taking of Hill 145. The blue line included Hill 135, and the brown line was the German second line. The coordinated assaults were timed to the minute. At 5:30, more than 3,000 pieces of artillery roared. The first wave of 15,000 infantry stormed the ridge. The German machine guns were devastating, but the infantry pushed through to the front line trenches. By 6:15, the black line had been taken. Concealed by snow and smoke, the 1st Division advanced toward the red line. By 7 a.m., the German defenses had been cleared, although casualties were mounting. By 11 a.m., the blue line was in Canadian hands, and by 2 p.m., the brown line was secure. By the end of the following day, all that remained was the Pimple, the northern tip of the ridge, which was defended by Prussian guards. At 5 a.m. on April 12th, the Canadians hit the Pimple with heavy artillery. The 10th Brigade advanced and met with fierce hand-to-hand fighting. By 6 a.m., the position was taken. "I am King of the Pimple," declared Brigadier General Edward Hilliam. Vimy was taken. Though the costs were high, 10,602 casualties, 3,598 dead. But in 6 days, the Corps had advanced 5 kilometers, taken Vimy Ridge, taken 4,000 prisoners, killed many of the enemy, and captured its guns. "The grandest day the Corps has ever had," said Major General Arthur Currie. "The attack was carried out exactly as planned. The sight was awful and wonderful." Vimy Ridge defined the Canadian Corps. It was filled with men who had been born in Britain, but they now considered themselves Canadian. They had proven themselves as an elite corps. They had accomplished what the French and British couldn't. Gregory Clark, an infantry lieutenant, wrote, "As far as I could see south, north, along the miles of the ridge, there were Canadians, and I experienced my first full sense of nationhood. At home, the country felt the same way. Vimy Ridge became a touchstone of Canadian nationalism, our proudest moment in the war."